My name is Sammy Hastings with Hastings Realty Group, located in the Bay Area of California, San Francisco Bay Area. My company has 3 different websites through PropertyMinder. We have our number one website, BayAreaForeclosureBest.com. We also have HastingsRealtyGroup.com, and we also have BayAreaShortSaleInfo.com. Having PropertyMinder as a business partner has been the key to my success. I've been in the real estate business for 6 years. I'm in the top 20% here in the Bay Area, and I contribute my success to having a system and back office operation system on my website that I've been able to use for 6 years. One of the first big purchases I purchased as an agent, I was only in the business about 3 months when PropertyMinder came to my office. And I was one of 2 agents out of the whole office that actually believed that it was a good idea to do it. And I wasn't even sure where I was going to pay, how I was going to pay for it. But I knew that I needed to have a presence. I knew I needed to have a website to legitimize myself in the business. And secondly, I knew I needed to have a place where I could put all the people that I was meeting at open houses, my sphere of influence that I already had, and I needed a source for that. So PropertyMinder was amazing for that then. And as I've grown in the business, PropertyMinder has grown with me, always providing me new tools every year, new ways to stand out from the crowd. And most importantly, my clients love the website. And it keeps people coming back. And it works for me when I'm not even working, which is what I love most about it. One of the other features I really like about PropertyMinder's websites is the ability to customize it and create individual looking sites. One of the things I don't like as an agent is looking like every other agent out there. And so number one, I think only the top agents use PropertyMinder. Secondly, the ability to go in there and change it is really cool. Not everybody uses all the features and bells and whistles that PropertyMinder provides, but I'm a techie person. And I love it, and I love change, and I love creating new things on the site. So it makes it really easy. The back of office, the admin toolkit section of the website makes it really easy to customize the website, and I think that's great. I think in this business you always got to change and freshen things up a little bit. The consumers like that on the internet, and I think it's great. Having PropertyMinder as a service that I can provide to my clients has been huge because I can sign clients up. It's very, very easy, and I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, your website's so easy." Being able to give them a resource that they can just log on and search the areas, search the properties that they're interested in is huge. I think it's great. It gives them the ability to do that whenever they want, any time of day. If they're not happy with the search I set up, it's very easy for them to go set up their own search. And most importantly, as a realtor, I'm able to track when they look at the properties, what properties they look at. And I always think it's very funny because most of the clients I put on my site, a lot of them say, well, I'm not really looking that seriously. I'm just kind of looking. And it's funny to see them once they're set up on the site, they're looking for hours a day. So it's a great tool for me to know really is somebody really serious or if they're not serious. And in this business in sales, people always tell us the opposite sometimes of what the reality is, and PropertyMinder gives me the ability to call them out on that, and definitely hone in on the people that are hot. Having PropertyMinder for me also gives me the ability to put clients that are not ready to buy now, but that are warm and that eventually will be ready. It gives me a way to stay in contact with them on a regular basis and kind of be there for them when they need something. It's very typical for my clients to be on my sites for up to 3 years before pulling the trigger to buy a house. So it really gives me the ability to work with clients on all level, whether they're ready to buy today or whether they're ready to buy in 2 to 3 years. Having PropertyMinder as a website has been a great tool for me with my sellers to be able to have a showcase of how I showcase my listings, how I can feature my listings on my main page, Right now on our website, on our main page, we feature a new listing video Every time we get a new hot listing, we feature the video on the web page, and it's just another way that we can market to potential buyers. And since I think 80 to 90% of all buyers and sellers start online, having a web presence is hugely important. And so I always tell clients, potential clients, Google me and Google my competitor and see who shows up more on the web. And I do every single time. And it's really been because of my partnership with PropertyMinder. When I was choosing a website provider, I was only in the business a couple months, and what was important to me was ease of use, and also having a website that was more than a website on the front, but actually had something in the back. I call it back office, which is the admin toolkit area. That was really, really important. In real estate, it's so easy to have 4, 5, 6, 7 different systems or websites or Excel spreadsheets to keep all of your client data. And PropertyMinder, having all the features, the bells and whistles in the back office, was really, really important to me. And I think that really drove my initial decision to go with PropertyMinder. If I were giving advice to an agent in the industry shopping for a real estate website provider, number one, I would say I would not be where I am today without PropertyMinder. And they've been hugely supportive and helpful in my development. I think it's important when you're finding a provider, you're working with somebody that's not status quo, but somebody that's always growing, always changing, always developing new technologies, always trying to make things better. That's what I needed, and that's what PropertyMinder's provided. What keeps me a client of PropertyMinder and what makes me loyal to the company is the fact that PropertyMinder has been extremely loyal to me. Whether I'm talking to the accounting department because my credit card was declined or has expired, whether I'm talking to IT support because sometimes I'm not very intelligent when it comes to technical challenges, whether I'm talking to the sales department, whether I'm talking to the design department, across the board, everybody at PropertyMinder really genuinely cares about me as an agent and my success. And I can't say that for a lot of companies.